Hello, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be installing a keyless entry lock on our Aspen Trail 1950 BH. The trailer actually just recently had a new door put on because it was installed incorrectly from the manufacturer, and unfortunately the last time we brought it back from the dealer we lost the keys. Now luckily it wasn't this guy, so we decided we'll go with a keyless entry and install that. So first off is I have to actually break into the trailer because of course we have both the door handle and the deadbolt locked on it. But this is a lock we decided to go with here. It's off of Amazon, and basically of what I looks like, it looks like a really good replica rip-off of some better branded RV locks, like the one that's actually made by the company called RV Lock. And there's a couple other companies that sell basically the exact same lock. Like you look at them and they are the same. This one was, however, considerably cheaper. The other ones from RV Lock and them, they run $300 to $400 Canadian. I paid just shy of 180 for this one. I think it was 177 and change. I don't see any difference in them, with the exception of the key fob is different, but other than that, the build and everything looks to be the same of what I could find. Okay, so this is what's in the box here. It just says RV Lock on it, remote control and manual control. The remote control and the electronic side of it only controls the deadbolt. It does not control the handle lock itself. The handle lock is strictly by key, and then it comes with a couple of keys for it and one key fob. And you can turn that key fob on or off, whichever you'd like. Here is a little book. Looks like this probably has the instructions on it. It does, and it has the instructions on how to program in your own code, stuff like that. That's that. And then in here we got two new striker plates and the hardware to go with it, and then the lock itself. So that's it for actually in the box, and we're a bit windy here today, so I'm just going to set this off to the side so nothing blows away. Alright, and for the lock. Put that in there. Okay, so first off is, I think this is the key fob. See here, it is. So that's the key fob. It comes with a bit of a cheap little key link there. I don't know if I'd trust that. I'd probably put it right on the ring, but other than that, key fob. Box comes with the two keys zip tied to the lock itself, and then the lock. This part here, that is intro to a Coke. Oh, look at that. Keys broke free of the zip tie. This part here is metal. This part here, that's plastic. That's plastic. The handle itself is metal. Looks like all the locking components are metal. Let's see if we can hold this here. Well, that's actually plastic right there. Let's see here. I don't know. It looks and feels like metal. All the locking components inside are metallic. It's got your two plugs, one for the back side, one for the front side. Obviously you have to plug that after you're in there. And looks like the antenna for the key fob right here. The internal handle is metallic as well. This part is plastic. That is metal. So this is all metal. This internal plate is all metallic. Just drop the keys. So, you know, it feels really well built. It's heavy. It's, you know, actually, man, I bet you that weighs a couple of pounds. So it's fairly heavy. It's marked up now because my hook. It's just dusty. You know, but that's about it. Take the two halves apart, put it inside your trailer. So I'm going to go ahead and break into our trailer, get the old lock handle off, and then we will install this. Stay tuned for that. So now we can take it apart here now that we can get into the trailer itself, and hopefully the new one fits. So we'll go get some star screwdriver bits here and we'll get this taken apart. Okay, now that we're on the inside of the trailer, all it is 4 screws right here to take this handle, this old handle off. It'll come off in 2 pieces, one on the inside, one on the outside. Slow machine screws. That's the 4 screws. Here's the first half, which is just the handle and the lock for the, or lock handle for the what do you call it, deadbolt side of it. Then we just pop this side out, maybe. Oh, never mind, I lied. There are 2 more screws on the end where the striker plate is. So one here, and one here, and then that frees up the striker plate and the outside half of the door. So now with this is you can pull this part out and it just kind of comes out like that, one piece, and that leaves us just a hole crudely cut in. The door is just plastic on both sides and filled full of styrofoam beads, basically. Well, hardened styrofoam, but it's styrofoam beads pressed together. And that is it. So now hopefully this hole is the right size for that new lock. I would recommend, if you can get into your trailer ahead of time, is that you actually pull this handle off. It's very easy, and do some measurements. The site gives you all the measurements. Well, Amazon, where I bought this one, I'll actually put a link for it below, but it gives you the dimensions of the hole required to install it. I couldn't pre-measure because we were locked out of the trailer, and I didn't want to leave the trailer here with a compromised locking system, so anybody could get in, type of thing. So I'm taking my chances that this hole is the right size. Let's grab the new lock and see how it fits. Okay, first thing to do is separate the 2 halves of the new lock. They just for shipping purposes, they only put in 2 screws, but it does take 4, same as the old lock system. So just like the original lock system, here's the inside plate, just with the exception that it has the wires to go to the battery compartment right here, and it's just got the deadbolt lock right there. That's it. Here's the outside plate now. The outside plate has this nice foam gasket actually on the outside. That'll be really nice to seal up against the door really well. The other one didn't have that. It had no sealant or anything, but I guess with a door that's made out of plastic and styrofoam, there's really nothing to rot out, I guess, eh? But let's see if this will fit the door. So putting it in is basically just the opposite of taking it out. Is you want to take the latch part and put it into the door, and then just kind of work this in. And looks like I have room, but it's going to be a little snug, so let's see if we can get some effort onto it. Right there. Oh, I would pull it back out now. It'd be a really good idea for me to run the wires through to the inside first, eh? I did not do that, so we want to make sure that these wires are going inside the door. Okay, and then same process again, just put it through there. Try not to drop it and mar it up. And I'm just gonna look on this side, make sure that I'm not doing any damage to these wires. I'm not kinking them or anything on the way in. And they look good. Okay, so then I can finish pushing it in. Just shove it up against here. Oh, don't do that yet, might lock it. Okay, looks like with a little bit of effort, well, I don't know, is that gonna work? If I push this in, does it clear? Oh, try not to mar up the brand new door. Will that come out? It will. Okay. We're going to put the strike plate on with a couple of screws first to hold this in place, and we'll see how that sits. Now they give 2 new strike plates, but I think I'm going to try to use the original one here. It looks okay. Now don't do as me and you know, have your hardware ready, otherwise, or have a partner. Somebody helping you out would be a big help right now, but I don't have somebody here to help me, so I got one of the screws here. Just kind of put this in place by hand, and we'll try the bottom first. The holes do line up with the factory holes very well. Just taking the bit out of the drill might actually be enough. Just get it started, make sure it's not cross-threading. Like obviously if I can screw it in with this, it definitely shouldn't be cross-threading. It's threading in really nicely. So definitely not cross-threading. And it's holding that handle in very well right now. So I think this other one I'm going to redo, because there we go. I think the styrofoam, there was a bit of styrofoam that kind of wedged up there. You can see a little bit of it right here. I think it was kind of messing up the threading a bit. And we're going to go with a really light clutch, probably about a 6 out of 24. Drill's on low speed. There we go. All right. Now the plunger, it fits really well. Awesome. Deadbolt. Yeah, it slides out good. It's got room. It's kind of on a little bit of an angle. Hopefully it works with our current strike plate, but looks like we have a little bit of play with our strike plate anyway, so could probably make that work, but that looks really good. It's already pulled it nice and flush to the door. Let's get the back plate on. So for the back plate is we have the wires that go from the battery compartment on the back plate. So we need to plug those in first, and then we can get this screwed on. Now the plug can only go on one way. There we go, heard a nice little click there as it locked into place. I don't know if you heard that on camera or not, but I definitely heard it here. Okay, now let that sit right there. We need to get some screws here. Now we got the original 2 screws that they shipped it connected, or we're holding it together with during shipping. And what we're going to do is this plug, there's a little bit of space right in behind this circuit board, and plug's relatively well sealed. I don't think we'll have any short issues, so I think we're going to try to get that plug to fit right inside this little gap right here. You got to make sure that this handle is in the closed position, not pulled out when you put it together, so that it latches onto the mechanism that'll actually open your plunge or move your plunger. All right, now we're just going to pull these down. Oh, left a bit behind. That's it. So pull latch works. Deadbolt latch works. It's just the red one here. It's awesome. Will it close? And it looks like she will close. Look at that. That's really nice. You can actually hear that that's metal. Okay. We have a working lock again. All right, I gotta go grab some batteries. It is AA's. Just a plastic cover screwed down. The screws kind of thread through the plastic cover as well, so it seems to hold them in place. And that's for the battery door. And looks like it's 4 AA batteries. I'll go get some AA batteries. Okay. I was able to get a wee bit of play out of that door. Not a lot, because there was no adjustment on the bottom of the striker plate anymore, but there was some adjustment on the top. So I was able to move the top in. Like, it closes nice and solid. It's that is great. I like that. Like that it's all steel. It's all metal. It's not steel, it's, I don't know what the heck it is, but it's metallic anyways, it's metal. But now we got some batteries. We can get this thing energized up and start going through the setup for it. Those obviously don't have to be very tight, they're just going into plastic and holding on a battery door. No big deal there. To program the fob for this lock, you push the fob learn button and it will give you a confirmation beep, and then you push the lock button on your new key fob. So you would go like this, and nicely they give you a nice little press tool here. Similar to what you get with cell phones and stuff for the SIM card slots with the key fob, so that's kind of nice of them. But just push that in, it gives you a beep, and then right away push lock button and it will confirm with locking the door. Then press your unlock button and it'll unlock, and then try that a few times, make sure back and forth that it continues to work, and you're good. That is programming the fob. Now, I'm going to forget the code that you entered, or for some reason, I don't know, it became corrupt, it just won't work anymore, whatever your code is. You can use the code reset button right here. And same thing, just use the little tool. You push that in for 5 seconds, it will give you some confirmation beeps, and that will reset it to the default of 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'll do that, even though we haven't programmed the code yet. We'll do it and see how it works out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go, we got some confirmation beeps. All right, and now it's reset back to factory code. The default code is 1, 2, 3, 4, and you can lock it. And now it's locked, right? Then 1, 2, 3, 4, unlock. That's your default codes, and that's up. So that works really nice. Nice and simple, nice and easy. Can you just hit lock? No, you can't. You have to enter your code in order to lock the door. Obviously, you have to enter your code to unlock it too, because what would be the point otherwise, right? But it would have been actually nice if you could just walk away, hit the lock button like I can on my house lock, and it would automatically lock. Why need the code to lock the trailer, right? But it is what it is. All right, now let's program it. On the front is your all your digits. So you got 1 to 8. So hopefully whatever pin you decide you want to use, you don't like using the number 9. And then you got lock and unlock. To program in your own code now, you would press and hold, or not press and hold, but just press the 8 and the lock button. And it gives a nice long beep. And then you push in the existing code, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, and lock. And then you push in your own code, 1, 1, 2, 2, and then lock. And then do it again, 1, 1, 2, 2, and lock. Gives a nice long confirmation beep, right? So now, if we push in 1, 2, 3, 4, it shouldn't lock, and it didn't. If we push in 1, 1, 2, 2, and lock, it locks. We're locked in. Push 1, 1, 2, 2 again, and unlock. And now we're unlocked again. There we go. Obviously, I'm not leaving that as my code. I'm just using that as an example. Don't come and try to break into my trailer. But that is it. That is the locks in a nutshell. It works really well. It fit incredibly well with my trailer. It looks incredibly good. Now, we do not have a painted door. I have seen where this lock obviously doesn't follow the same footprint of the factory lock, and so their trailer is painted. You know, it's a higher end, nice paint job on it. Well, they don't paint those apparently with the locks removed. They actually put them on, mask them off, and then paint the entire RV. So what you'll end up with is a space around here potentially that doesn't have any paint on it now, and it kind of looks not quite right. I wouldn't say it overly looks bad, but it obviously doesn't look good either. And if you're paying for a good paint job, that's something you want to think about. But being that we don't have a painted door, well, I don't know, that might be painted, but the whole thing was painted. We didn't have the effect on here, but this is just plastic. All right, and then keys, turn right to unlock the deadbolt, turn left to lock it, and then straight up and down again to pull it out, and we're locked. And then the door handle is turn it to the right and pull the key out. So if this is laying horizontally, you know the handle is locked. And if it's vertical, like that, you know it's unlocked. And that is it. And then we locked it with the key, but we can unlock it with the code. And we're done. But again, that only controls the deadbolt, does not control the handle. I cannot express that enough. So you want to make sure if you lock the handle, you have a key on you. Other than that, it is a beautiful lock system. I like it, and it works really good. I'm going to get my own code programmed in here, and we'll do our final thoughts on it. So, what do I think about the RV lock from Amazon? If you're interested in it, I'll have a link in the description below. But I like it. It's good product for the value, as far as I can tell. It's made out of metal. It's looking good. It actually had a foam gasket for the outside part of the lock, which the factory one didn't have. Went together really well. It fit like it's a factory product for my trailer. In fact, actually, the strike plates that come with it, that are like, this one is for the door side, and then this one is for the wall side or the door jamb side, are the exact same as what come with my trailer. So I didn't even use them, I just used the ones that were already on the trailer. It fits exceptionally well, it works well, it programs easy, the instructions were really good. I didn't actually use the instructions for the install because it's pretty straightforward. But as far as making sure I was programming it correctly and stuff like that, I did read through them, and also just so I could, you know, be able to speak on how good the instructions are. Now, obviously, there's the, you know, the odd wrong word in there and stuff like that, lost in translation. You know, that's to be expected. Other than that, you know, it's really good. The beeps are quite loud. And if you're, you know, using that lock while somebody's trying to sleep, whatever, I could see that being annoying. What I didn't show in the video is there is a way to turn that off. So if you actually long press on the number 1 button, it will turn the beeps off. And then if you want to turn them back on, you just long press on them again, or on the number 1 again, and it will turn the beeping back on. So that's really nice as well. You know, they kind of thought of everything, and all they say is they're ripping off or duplicating, replicating, whatever, you know, higher priced locks. And yeah, it looks good, it works good. I don't see any other reason for it, for, you know, paying the higher price, with the exception of, I guess, customer service stuff. I guarantee with this one I ain't getting good customer service, so but you know, that's worth the price for me, the price difference to me. So if it dies, it dies. If you like this, if you like this video and you like my content, please subscribe to the channel. It will really help me grow this channel. Hit the like button. That helps get the video recommended to other viewers. And if you hit the bell notification, it will notify you when I upload new videos. Other than that, have a great day. Thank you for watching.